Interview with Ann Taylor, Executive Director of Planning and Development, and for the Downtown Hammond Revitalization. Check it out. Overall, transformation, Hammond downtown being revitalized.
He doesn't speak English, bro.
Yeah. Tell them in Spanish.
¿Cómo te sientes de que todo lo que están haciendo ahorita en el centro de Indiana?
Bien,
Bien?
muy hermoso. Good.
Okay. ¿Por qué? How? ¿Cómo?
Porque con lo que hacen llaman más la atención y hay más movimiento de personas.
Mucho personas, more people coming in. Sí, aquí. I like. So here in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think, my man? What's your name?
My name is Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I can agree with him. Definitely, he's bringing more like people walking around more often and stuff like
Okay.
that nature.
All right. Well, está bien. Gracias.
Have a good one.
Mucho
De
gusto.
nada. Gracias.
What do you feel about it, my man?
I don't have no issue with it as long as the new new opportunities to transfer, or what I call transformation of how Hammond would be, wouldn't force out, leave it at a disadvantage for all the small business owners.
All right, off the cover news, Jonathan Bradford here with Ann Taylor, Executive Director from Hammond, Indiana. And how you doing, Ann?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. So I really wanted to get into the notion of where Hammond is right now and where it's going. What are the goals for downtown Hammond?
The goals for downtown Hammond are definitely to revitalize it in regards to commercial and retail. Also make it more a walkable neighborhood where people feel safe enough to walk around and visit the stores and the office buildings and restaurants that are coming up in downtown. So that's why we, led by Mayor Tom McDermott, to look outside the box and find a planner that could do a new master plan for us, which happened in 2019.
Okay, and that was Jeff Speck, I believe,
Speck,
right?
That's correct.
Now, David Dixon is not on board anymore, or was he?
He was part of the drafting of the master plan, yes.
Okay, excellent.
He was one of the consultants.
Do you want to ask now, for a community basis, how is that going to drive more, revenue? Does the community have a say? And also, from a convenience store perspective, is there going to be a Aldi's, a Trader Joe, Whole Foods being brought in?
To get, in back of me in the line for Trader Joe's, we would love for them to come to Hammond. I would say the community weigh-in on this project has been there since day one. During the process of drafting our master plan back in 2019, we had many community meetings where the community could come up and give us a lot of input on what they would like to see in the downtown. So we feel that if a community has weigh-in on a project, the project has a better chance of coming to fruition, and we definitely feel that. We feel that the revitalization has already happened with the slowing of traffic, and that was in part with the Hammond redesign project, the Holman redesign project of those blocks to slow down traffic, create more of a plaza-like feel. Because of that, we have a new residential building that's opening up early next year called The Bank, 100 units there. We are working on another project across the street from the bank, which we're calling Rimbach Square, and we're going through 3 proposals right now on that, and that'll be up to 200 units there.
Wow, 200 units for the Rimbach Square residential area.
Around there.
Unique, similar to other cities such as Munster. You know, how the building structure is. You know, you have the residential area up top, and then the buildings on the bottom.
Definitely. We call it mixed use residential, so it would be retail and commerce on the first floor and residential above. We're not necessarily trying to mimic ourselves after other communities such as Munster, Highland, Griffith.
Awesome. So with the Rimbach Square, will stores be implemented like plaza, grocery,
I
shopping?
would say absolutely. Retail is wonderful. We would love to have new amenity stores
Right.
for the residents that are going to move into downtown. I would say another grocery store in downtown might not be a great idea. It might pull against Strachan Van Til, and all we want to do is help support them and where they are. To have 2 grocery stores in a downtown, that's just a dream, but the fact that we even have 1 is really amazing. So if we can find another place for Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Mariano's, if we can get them in
Mariano's.
another area in
Okay.
Hammond, we would love that.
In Van Til's.
In downtown,
Yeah.
of course, yes.
Okay. They've been there for years. So
Yes, they have. And they just put a couple million in their store and facade,
I saw
landscaping
that.
and parking, yeah.
And it looks great, amazing.
does.
And you have Purdue coming in with the Quantum building. Now, how can that differentiate the past? What is so different about this revitalization than the past?
Well, I feel the difference is that not only do we have a pretty innovative and smart master plan, but we have already started implementing it. And I don't feel in the past we implemented too many of the master plans other than a crosswalk or new garbage cans or striping of streets. We are going above and beyond and implementing the master plan step by step.
And that entails the walkability, the accessibility, the
environment, new residential options for people, and the downtown train station coming.
So what was the community input for this master plan? Like, what was their perspectives and their thoughts?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we had community meetings throughout 2019 in order to bring them in and give their input. And a lot of them said what they would like to see: slower traffic, so the cars aren't flying on Holman Avenue, so they feel safer to walk around, some nice green spaces,
Right.
some more retail, some more restaurants, people living down there. That's what they would like to see.
Now, I spoke with Aubrey Zelinka, and who does the farmers market, also owner of Paradise Mototiki. Now, she's getting her business up and going, already started basically. Hence, the Christmas stroll was amazing too for downtown Hammond. I wanted to know, are you getting the perspectives of those business owners?
Of
What they think or what they should.
Well, the
bring.
business owners would like more people to come to downtown, and that's exactly what we're working on. Yep. It's been vacant. It's been, low population for so long. But with the added train station and the residential coming, it's going to start filling up as soon as within a few months with the bank coming online.
And this can be done as early as.
They're slating to open up in early spring to have people living in their building.
Oh wow! How do you feel about your place in this position and your background? Can you give us a little bit of your background and what Hammond means to you?
Hammond has been my home since 2005 when I moved my family here. I was very proud of my new adopted city, and when I was ready to get back into the workforce, I knew I wanted to work for the city and help it be as great as it can be. Started in economic development,
Wow.
and now I'm director of planning and development, which encompasses 3 different departments: economic development, city planning, and community development. So I feel I have a great team behind me to make these developments happen, to really work on quality of life, to work on new residential available, to create more jobs for the city and bring in great businesses. So,
And how many years has it been?
I've been in this current position
This current-
almost
this
2
position.
years,
2 years.
but with the city, 12 years.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Will there be any incentives for business owners, new business owners coming in, regarding the location and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cities do have to incentivize businesses and developers to invest in their community.
Yeah.
We don't have a standard incentive package, so it's mainly project by project. We'll bring them on in, we'll talk about what they would like to do, what their investment amount is, and how much they need to move forward. Is there a gap there? Is it $1,000, $5,000, $3 million? We need to find out what they need to move forward in our city. And then at that point, we work with financial consultants, our city controller. We'll pull in Mayor McDermott to weigh in as well, and we'll figure out what the city can do to help the project move
How
forward.
do you feel about Purdue? Last question. How do you feel about Purdue coming down town to Hammond?
Love it.
And the scientists and the high technology.
Love it.
But do you feel like they will buy into the residential area?
They already have. They have been part of our master plan and part of the downtown conversation for years. The fact that they're actually, building and rehabbing in downtown, it's very exciting because if you study the revitalization of cities across the country that went through a slump, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and then started to revitalize, so often higher education and the local universities were part of that revitalization. So to have one of our higher education campuses expand and have a footprint in our downtown, it's only going to solidify its success.
And I think
We're very happy.
And I think so. Memorial Park.
Okay.
Is that going to be more residential area? Now they could do a mimic off of Centennial, but how is that going to go about?
So Memorial Park, it's a little farther away from downtown, so we're kind of talking 3rd District now.
Okay.
It is based on an underutilized park. So we're thinking, what can we do? Well,
much.
we need new housing stock in Hammond. That's a big ask of people that look at Hammond.
That is true.
So we're looking to do mixed use of, and when I say mixed use, a variety of living options with some single family homes, a nice senior living facility, and maybe some nice duplexes because people kind of like that townhome feel as well. So we're working on that now. We're subdividing the area and figuring that all out. So I believe next year you'll be seeing some updates on that.
Now, what a price range? Or what are we talking? 1,100
Well,
starting?
To purchase like a lot, a
Uh,
parcel there.
No, for the residential area, whether it be downtown or the 3rd District, what price range are we talking?
Well, are you talking rental?
I'm talking about rental.
A rental of a unit?
Or owning. Because Mayor McDermott would love more ownership.
Sure, absolutely. We don't have any condos or ownership units
Right.
planned in downtown right now.
Right.
I think Anastasia is the best person to ask her, from her convertible studios to
Yeah.
2 bedrooms,
Yeah.
what those price range are. They're pretty much market rate right now.
Okay.
Definitely lower than Illinois and Chicago, which is good.
She's going 1,100.
Yeah. But higher end for the area because the amenities that they're offering are really wonderful.
It's great overall.
It does. And as a first development in downtown, we requested it just be as nice as it could because in the city and in the different neighborhoods, we have a lot of affordable housing available. So for this first new project in downtown, we really wanted to, have it, sparkling and wonderful. Great team, they're marketing, they're building very well. So
Right,
we're very
exactly.
happy.
The marketing is great. so.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, Ann, I appreciate it. Thank you. It's Off the Cover News. Jonathan Bradford here with Ann Taylor, Executive Director of Planning and Development